lost that battery, turn locked in, I'm up next. Tryna hit big, might end up broke. Flip man taught me, that's no joke. Stack these buyers, play that role. Small bag now, but I'm in control. What's half a zero? That's no check. No, still my 2 bands, that's respect. Could've got greedy, lost that battery, tryna lock in, I'm up next. Tryna hit big, might end up broke. Flip man taught me, that's no joke. Stack these buyers, play that role. Small bag now, but I'm in trope. He came low, I ain't flinch at all. Took that play, now I'm on call. List got deep like late night text. They pay to play, I just in that next. Flip man said don't force the flip, so I ride the wave, then stack and dip. Back 2 bangs life, but to keep things moving. Now I'm first up when the cash start booming in. What's half a zero? That's no check. Nope, still make 2 bands, that's respect. Could've got greedy, lost that bet. Ain't locked in, I'm up next. Tryna hit big, might end up broke. Flip man taught me, that's no joke. Stack these buyers, play that role. Small bag now, but I'm in control. Flip man moves, I'm locked in tight. Small win stack when the plays feel right. True, could've held out, but I took that bite. Now my phone don't sleep, deals all night. Good, he paid the fee just to stay on file. That's how I know this game worth the mile. Ain't about greed, it's staying in motion. Hogs get cooked tryna swim in the small bag now, but I'm in concern.
Flip man, it's the flip man. Flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Good afternoon. I don't know where Chevo is at. Good afternoon to everyone. July 7th. Half the year is gone. We're after the 4th now, so we're out of La La Land for a minute until late Labor Day. So bills still got to be paid. Today's topic is what if the seller won't budge on price? We'll get into that. Trying to always give you an opportunity, enough ammo to pull deals off. So we're here to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate where your cash and credit does not matter. Being broke does not matter. You just need to be able to put the effort in, which I ain't saying is easy, but it's definitely real. So I got my guy Torian here in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm here in Birmingham, Alabama, and I'm texting Chevy now.
Okay.
We are on, and so please like and share and let us know where you're located so we can shout you out, your city, state, and possibly your name. Sometimes it's not as easy to figure those out by your handles. Our first name, if you just want to give that, or that's fine if you don't. Go.
All right, Gary Rawson, what's up going on, fellas? Darnell Patton.
You never find.
You here? Welcome to the live. I said, let's go flip. He's on Instagram. I'm sorry, YouTube. And then Latanya Hodges. I'm here first time here. Well, welcome to the live, Latanya. And Double A says that bass dropped in my headphones and I thought someone was upside down on a pole. Okay.
Okay.
That was Saturday, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Got that theme music knocking. Let me see. We live on TikTok. Let me see. Live on Instagram. Let me see if anybody's saying anything on there. There's one person that says, Tay, your sister in Christ. Says, hey guys, this is Tay from Houston, Texas. I'm just looking into wholesaling and I'm going to start looking for buyers today. That's what Tay, your sister in Christ, is saying on Instagram. And then Stephen Vaughn said, "Hello, brothers. Hello, Philly, PA, in the house." So everybody is checking in after this holiday. You popped some firecrackers when you was in your mom's house?
No. I hadn't did that in so long. So long. As a kid, it was fun, and I hadn't really done anything as a grown up with it. I think I mentioned it a week ago or so, or whenever, but I'm never the one to say these kids these days, blah blah blah. That ain't me. Because I know if the internet existed when I was younger, I would have probably ran away from home. Number one, me and my cousin, we used to literally have bottle rockets. We would find an old tube pipe. Both of us have one of each, and we
Mhm.
would shoot them at each other. It's like we were wild, man, and we were country boys.
Oh, you sound dangerous. Okay.
Yeah, we were good. We were in the country, you know what I'm saying? Because we were wild in a sort of different way, more so than, we weren't exposed to a lot of things. So, but, we were, yeah. We grew up in the right place, man, in the right era.
So since you was in a small town, did you have to go far to get the firework, or you said you was finding you just find?
No, when you say far, it might be considered far to you. Um, I'm trying to, did we buy them? Could you buy them in the town? See, a lot of times we would have to, like the nearest Walmart is in Mississippi, which we border Mississippi, which is
Mhm.
where all half of my mom family is from Mississippi, but we border, it's really close. So, but it's like a 30-minute drive at least to the nearest Walmart. So that's where you can, you could probably buy fireworks in some of the little smaller towns a little closer. So probably within 15 to 30 minutes you could go. Let me just say
Oh yeah, that's easy. Yeah,
within 15 to 30 minutes. That's what I'm trying to say.
that's not far. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not far at all. Let's see here.
And
So
every year, I don't know if it'd be enough money in for me to try to do it. But every year I say I want to look into get into the fireworks business. You got two time periods a year, 4th of July and New Year's. They say the
mhm.
best, now for my little research, or somebody may know better than me, the best time to, if you're gonna get in, the best time now is to buy at the biggest discount is now, right after
Right,
the fourth.
right after the fourth. Right.
Yeah, from a wholesaler or whatever, or even if you're gonna get them from China or however that works, or
Yeah, I
whatever.
always assume that they buy in bulk during this, like the
Yeah,
previous
if you're
year,
gonna
previous years.
you're gonna buy in bulk right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I think from my little research of it, somebody can correct me. You you basically gonna double your money when you sell something, right? If you get a pack of I don't even know what stuff called firecrackers, bottle rockets. That's the only thing I know. Um,
Right.
you sell a huge pack you get it for $20, you sell it for $40, something like that, right? So.
Man, I would think that they buy for $1 and sell it for 20. I
Oh,
well, I don't know. I don't know what the
I don't
markup
think
is.
it's that cheap, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I have no idea. So I hadn't looked into it in a while.
So Latanya is saying that she's in Memphis. Well, I'm in Memphis too, Latanya. Welcome to the live. Like you said, it's your first time. Clinton Sutton says 9 OK. Looks like he probably
No,
missed.
okay.
Oh,
Game is yeah, that probably
I'm not
like
sure.
that thing might not.
Victor Williams is on Facebook. Says heaven up, black man. Okay.
What's happening, sir?
So what's up? Walter Scruggs is in Covington, Georgia,
Coming, coming.
and King, and they're on Facebook, said, I've noticed that there's a lot of renovators, but none of the EPA renovation license. Okay.
Not sure what he means, but we'll go with that.
All right. And then Lawrence King is every afternoon, gents. Let's get these deals. Lionel D, the fireworks games is like 3 times or 4 times. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Probably just
I
all.
like that. I like that even better.
David Bowie said, laugh out loud, kids still fire off firecrackers at each other in the city. Not too safe. Yeah. Kids
Oh,
are
it's not safe.
confused.
This definitely wasn't safe. And we were in areas where fires could easily start.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, my cousin, we were wild. Boy.
Have to be careful with them fireworks. All right. Walt Ross has a couple of properties, looks like. No, it's one property. Morning Flip Man from Oakland, California. Always appreciate your info and advice. I saw this on Zillow. Gives the address and it said looks kissable to me. What say you?
Oak Town. Go to a show in Oakland. I think I'm saying that right. All right, so let me pull it up here first.
All right.
50 yeah, pull it right up. Okay. All right, so let's see what we got here, guys. Let me see. Yes, if you can remove the thing.
Mhm.
All right, so okay, so this property here appears to be renovated. Number one, we normally avoid those. Yeah, this property has been totally renovated. So just off the top, you see now you're competing with people that are willing to pay full price. That's not our game, right? That's not our game. So to answer your question, no. We would where someone would make if they drop this, we'll just say that I don't know 450. That would still not be cheap enough for us, right? So no, to answer your question, no.
So it's not kissable. All right.
It's
And shout out to
not pretty
Buying
to
Real Estate
kiss. Well, matter of
417.
fact, it's too pretty to kiss. We kiss. We kiss. Well, we kiss women that are need a makeover or ugly. As far as houses, if they pretty, we don't want them. We ain't interested.
One.
We're not interested. Need a makeover or ugly.
They invested in their property. They're not going to take less for the most part.
Yeah, gorilla butt ugly. That's what we want.
Over on TikTok,
Gorilla.
what is his name? Buying Real Estate 417. I'm assuming he's in Missouri. It's 417 is in Missouri. He sent 8 lightning bolts and a rose on TikTok.
Oh, that's what's happening. TikTok.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Do you have software that's similar to Deal Machine? Yeah. If you text the word tool, with just Deal Machine, I use that too, but you text the word tool to 205-964-5243.
Similar. Okay. All right. Early morning. Well, on Instagram, what was this? Arizico 2019. How can I find owners of vacant properties? But that might go into the topic.
Well, technically it doesn't. How can you find owners of vacant properties? Okay, it's clone time. All right, so it's Flipman clone time right here.
All right.
Since that core stone was posed to us. Where are you, Scooby-Doo? Okay. All right, so boom, we finally got over that mark. Great. All right, so what we're about to do, guys, we're going to use my AI clone. What we've done is we've taken, I've been putting out content on YouTube and other places since 2008, right? On YouTube, there are over 2,300 pieces of content. A good number of those are short, YouTube shorts, but over 1,000 of them are long form video. So over 8.3 million words. So in that, you get everything. On top of that, we uploaded the course for houses, land, and self storage in there also. So it's basically like having me on your shoulder on demand in your pocket, whether you're at work, you're about to get on a plane or on a plane if you got Wi-Fi, you're in the bathtub, wherever you want to be at, you're in traffic, you can ask me a question. I see this property here. What should I say to this seller? Um, what type of contract should I use for land? Is it different than one of a house?
Oh, you muted yourself.
Oh, I've been doing all that talking and y'all didn't hear me.
I thought it was just me. I was waiting on somebody to say they
Oh
didn't hear you either,
no.
but you muted
Okay,
yourself. I thought
so
it was just my
TikTok heard
computer.
me. So basically, I was just saying what we're about to do is the actual clone, and it's all of my content since 2008 uploaded to this clone, along with the course on houses, land, and self storage. So uh, if you ask it anything, if the seller says, "How to get you my phone number?" or "How does this work?" or if you're dealing with buyers, no matter what the situation is, dealing with realtors, title company, closing attorney, is it a probate situation? What should I do if there's three family members? I mean, three siblings left. One of them, there was four. One died. And they had four kids. It'll answer for you. What's the correct paperwork? How do I fill out this contract or whatever? And this part of the contract, it doesn't matter. 8.3 million words. So that's everything. Like, so you have it on demand, whether you're about to take a flight, you're in the bathroom, you're at work, you're in traffic, you're waiting at the grocery store, waiting on your spouse or significant whatever. It doesn't matter. Kids were silent. You got to sit there for 4 hours until your child comes up or a track meet. You can be there talking to me, getting your game in. So we're about to sample it again right here live based on the question that was asked just a moment ago. So TikTok, I'm sorry, y'all had to hear that again or whatever. But here we go. All right, so what's half of zero? All right, so what was the question, Tori?
The question is, I have to go back to it.
Seems like
Oh,
more people like to use the text than they
how
do
can
the
I
voice.
find owners of vacant properties?
Yeah, seems like more people like to use the text than they do the voice, which is interesting to me.
This is probably easier.
I guess so. I changed the voice again. I don't know how it's going to sound. I'm trying to get it
Oh,
right.
you did? We'll get it. You want me to repeat it again?
No, yeah, I got it. Say, how do I find the owners of vacant houses?
I don't hear him.
Oh, I'm here. My bad.
Site. You can look up the owner's name and their mailing address there. If the mailing address is different from the property address, that's really where they're at. Next, you'll want to skip trace them. That's just a fancy way of saying you're going to dig up their contact info, like phone numbers or emails. A free tool like True People Search can help. But if you want to level up, I recommend using PropStream. It's like the cheat code for real estate. You can find owners, research properties, and even pull lists of vacant houses. Just go to signup.propstream.com/deal later to check it out. Now, if you're still stuck, you can also talk to neighbors. They might know how to reach the owner or at least give you some leads. And don't forget, sometimes the owner's relatives or even their attorney might be listed in public records if the property's tied up in probate or something like that. So, what's your next move? You ready to hit the streets or dive into some research?
Okay, could you repeat the first part of what you said? We were not listening.
All right, no problem. So the first step to finding the owners of vacant houses is driving for dollars. That means you're out there in the neighborhood spotting properties that look vacant, like high grass, boarded up windows, or mail piling up. Once you got the address, you can check your county's property tax website to find the owner's name and their mailing address. If the mailing address is different from the property address, that's usually where they're at. From there, you can skip trace them to get their phone number or email. You with me so far?
I guess it said gave me the first part. Boom. Okay. All right, there we go. So, all right.
For the text, right? So
Okay,
he's
that
doing
work. Well, you want access it, you can talk to it through written. It'll message you back or whatever way the platform is set up, or it actually have a conversation with you. So there you go.
all right. And Shem Burger on TikTok is asking, does Deal Later have driving for dollars?
Yeah, it has the app version of well, it means Dealulator / prop stream. It has a feature in there where you can number one identify properties, which is huge, who owns it and all that kind of stuff. You can skip trace right on the spot to get their phone number, but it does have like a driving version, a feature within the app also.
All right. And Ebrock113 has a question. Ty, I was offered to buy a home I live in. What's the first thing I should do?
So he was offered to buy a home he was living. Let's see what's the name. What it says here again. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Can I do new conversation? Let me see. Will it give me new conversation? Yeah.
Yo, been out driving for dollars yet? Found any leads on those vacant houses?
No, I was offered to buy a house that I live in. What should I do?
All right, Tyrone. So here's the deal. If you're being offered the chance to buy the house you're living in, the first thing you got to do is figure out if it's a deal or not. Just because it's for sale doesn't mean it's worth buying. You feel me? You need to ask yourself a few key questions. First, what's the price they're asking? Then, what's the condition of the house? Does it need repairs? And most importantly, what's the market value of similar houses in your area? That's called the ARV, or after repair value. You got to know what it's worth fixed up to see if the numbers make sense. Now, if you're thinking about living there long term, it's a different play. You'd want to look at your financing options. Can you get a loan, or maybe even negotiate some creative terms with the seller, like owner financing? That way, you don't need a bank to make it happen. But if you're thinking about buying it as an investment, you got to run the numbers like a wholesaler. What's the least they'll take for it? Could you flip it or rent it out for a profit? If the numbers don't work, don't force it. There's always another deal out there. So what's the asking price they gave you? Let's break it down together.
Well, I guess we should have got that information before we went down that rabbit hole. Y'all could hear it though, right?
What now?
Y'all could hear it, right?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Okay.
And
I was saying I thought I sent the link.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Man, long, crazy weekend, bro.
crazy weekend. That's always fun when it's crazy.
Weekend.
What's the name of that drink you like? What was the name of that alcohol?
Like tequila?
Oh, tequila?
I'm saying it had a brand name.
Oh, I was drinking Taramino, rocks tequila.
No, what was the other one the other day they were talking about? Make a Fulio.
Oh, Don Julio.
Don Julio. Oh, Fulio. Yeah, Don Julio make a Fulio. Okay.
Yeah. I was drinking something a lot more smoother. I was drinking some Taramino or whatever.
Taramino.
I went bowling last night with my brother because he's down from New Jersey, and we're driving home, and I parked the car on the grass, and HOA don't like that shit.
Mm.
And he was like, "You gonna park the car right here?" I was like, "I don't give a damn." So this
That's
morning,
fine.
I got up and I was like, "Hey man, can you move the car?" It was like, "Well, you told me last night you don't give a damn."
Oh wow.
Oh man,
How many games did you win though?
I was he won one, I won one, but I wasn't. I'm normally like a 180, like 170,
Okay.
80 bowler, but
That's
guess
pretty good.
what? I bowled like a 70 last night.
Oh yeah, you wasn't even trying. Them gutter balls like the world.
I wasn't even trying, bro.
Wasn't trying.
Oh my god. Dude, when you sent me that text, I was like, man, give me 20 minutes.
This is recovery mode. So what do you do to recover? Do you do what is it, the tomato juice?
Man, I just pushed through, bro.
Just
I just,
time? Okay.
I'm happy. I'm happy I don't have no job to go to. I don't got nobody to report to. So
Wow. It would be hard. It would be hard.
it's very hard. I had a couple different sellers call me too.
Just follow up once you didn't came to. Get you something to eat, you know. You know what I'm saying that's always a good thing.
But yeah, that's it, man. This is me with a
Yeah.
hangover
You here?
on the show.
Now, E. Brock on Instagram is saying, please add Gerald Brock Bruce 209 at Gmail to your calls. Not sure what he means, but maybe he was feeling like I was ignoring this because he was.
And Flip, I get a lot of people that say they would be reaching out to you, but you be hella busy, bro.
That what? Well, no. Where are you reaching out to me on? Okay, this is the order of progression here. Now you see the email address down at the bottom, right? That's everywhere. You see that phone number right there. People reach out to. I prefer that well, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's there, and then my other numbers out there also. You know, more videos than anything. So I'm not hard to reach. So now, if you're trying to reach me on Facebook, I never check those messages. Right? I should, but I never do. Instagram, once or twice a month. TikTok, rarely, or whatever. So I'm telling you, right? So I don't think I'm hard to reach because I give out the stuff that everybody has. So we need context here.
True. Need context, guys.
Like, where did they reach you at? You know, they trying to figure out.
Yeah.
You want to do this one, bro? This early morning. This is a
Are you functional, sir?
Am I functional? Yeah, I'm always functional, man. That's a hang.
Now, what I'm saying is that to do the company.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's good.
I am good. Okay, let's do. Should we do this window or this window? Let's do this window. Okay. All right.
You ready?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Let me take this one off. There we go. All right.
Yeah, there's nothing to look at. It's remodeled.
That's a pretty house.
It's a remodeled house.
Yeah, I don't know where the disconnect is on this, right? Guys, we're competing. Let me remove this thing. We're competing against retail buyers when you do that. People that are willing to pay full price. That's not the game that we're in, especially at that price point.
It looks messed up.
It looks like they did it halfway.
As you stroll through the pictures, you're like, damn, what did they do to this house?
Oh, it ain't good?
Man, look at this.
Part of it is not finished.
No, it's not. Look at this.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Yeah, this look busted, man. Like some of the house look good, but
it ain't been renovated. It's just been cleaned up.
Yeah, it just been cleaned up. Yeah.
Okay, all right, stand corrected.
Yeah, it just been cleaned up.
So what's the what the numbers look like?
So we're at like 450.
Okay. Yeah. That's a
Yeah,
huge house
like
too.
450.
What is 3,900 square feet?
Yeah, big.
Big house. Oof.
So we're at like 450 if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. 60% of 690. Let's do 690 times 0.6. Yeah, 414. So I would say between 410 and 450, you'd be good to go. What's up, bro?
And while we're on here, Steven,
Man.
I see two messages from you. First when you were speaking, saying that, hey, my bro from Philly, and the message where you said, read mine, bro T. So it could be that YouTube is blocking whatever message or address that you're putting in, if it's an address. But those are the only two messages currently see. So if you try to re-put it in there, and I will talk about it. Let's see here. So we did. So what's up, fellas? Okay, so Chuck. Oh, dated. Well, I'll skip some people. Kamiko was speaking. Said, "Hey, Ty, Flipman family, welcome back." Day is saying, "Hello, my guys," and then Chuck Rose. Welcome back, Chuck. Haven't seen you in a while. He has a property in Simsboro, Louisiana. He would like to get comped.
Yeah, we've been going at it, man. We had a couple different things that we're looking at and everything. This one is in Simsboro. All right, let's see what's up.
Simsboro. That's what it said. Never heard of Simsboro.
I've never heard of it either. Let's see though. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, this is land, Ty. They want 673. What's the acreage? Doesn't. Oh, it's 168 acres.
Mm.
That's pretty big, right?
Yeah, that's a huge property. Well, it's just all land.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Mm. Let me see here. I can't see the one. What is it, guys? Now, this is a listed property. Who sent this over, Chuck?
Yeah, Chuck.
Yep.
It makes it difficult to do these when they're listed because, again, like with land, we don't have a ready-made buyers list where we can tap into and say, hey, if I got this house, well, in that situation, land, but we'll just say house. They have it listed at 600,000, but I can get it for 350. Would you be interested in it? That don't exist with land. It doesn't work that way. Now, let me just say this. On the flip side, that now you can build some relationship with builders, but you need to already know that. So if you don't already have that, then so we can't target that per se. Now, if it was a house there, then we could do something a little bit more creative because really, in most cases the value of most of the price is built into the house, and we can try to do a split at that point. And so now we could market something out separate from the actual house itself or whatever. So
Early morning, wanted to follow up. He or she is saying, I need a real comp against other properties. Trying to talk to the guy right now. I just spoke to you, Chevy, last week. You sent me the recording for Insight, and he was confirming that it's not remodeled. That property that we were looking at before, which was in Worcester, Massachusetts.
yeah, yeah, we'll agree. We'll agree with you. He gave you the number.
So I feel like what he's saying is that he doesn't want to do the kiss. He can correct that because he just posted that even after Chevy gave him the 425 for that property.
What does he want to do?
He wants like a 70% ARV compared to other properties.
I guess I'm not understanding. What is he? What do you mean? You mean like run comps or something?
Yeah, he wanted
Yeah.
to dive deeper into it.
Well,
Um,
I get why you want to say us to do that. What we really need to do is just see what investor base is doing. That's really, if you just want to
I
know.
got you.
I know
All
you
right.
want to make it into a deal when it ain't. You know what I'm saying? But it may not be. It's not going to really change it. I can assure you that, or whatever.
Okay,
So
let's
we'll
look at
take
it.
a look.
Let's see what's up.
Makes sense. Oh, my fault, Chevy. You had something else on the screen.
And
Oh,
see
that
if
was
you already know how to do that, then Kiss ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Most people can't do the other. And that just comes from 16 years of me trying.
Hey, it's at 405. Yep, it's around there. So exactly what we said it was. We got 440. What else we got?
You got a ton right in there. See if you
Uh,
go back 2 years, if you got anything right there, buy it again.
I got you. Still the same activities.
Yeah.
went down.
248. Yeah, I would say about like I said before, man, between 410 and 450. That's where you need to be at. You guys got to understand, if you're buying a property for yourself, it don't matter what you pay. But when you're wholesaling, you gotta be able to put it in perspective to where there's gonna be meat on the bone for an investor. So when you present the deal to an investor, it got to make sense. That's all. Because that property it's 3,900 square feet, so it's gonna need a lot of updates. Plus, it's gonna need an HVAC as well.
Oh my
It's
God.
gonna need an HVAC. It's gonna need floors. Kitchen gonna need updating. I mean, yeah, like you said, it wasn't far off.
That 400 some probably ain't gonna be cheap enough. I don't think you looked at the square footage of that one that was for whatever it
Nah,
was.
I didn't look at no
Yeah,
square.
that made me not cheap enough because of the square footage. Yeah, I guess he's thinking what they got. It's listed right. It's listed right.
Uh,
I guess he's thinking it's a deal at its listed price, right?
I think he's trying to buy it.
Oh, he's trying to buy it from himself. Yeah, if he's trying to buy it for himself, then
whatever
you
makes sense for you, sir.
yeah, whatever, yeah,
Whatever makes sense for you, man.
yeah. It just houses a dime a dozen, man. I ain't gonna fall in love with no house to live in or for a deal.
You're better to wholesale it, but hey, you're better to wholesale it, man.
Yeah.
If you got 600
Well, well,
plus
well, well, let's back up. Let's back up. We may not be still. He said I used to live. Oh, wait a minute. I want to buy the property, not less. It's better. Wait a minute. I want to
Not
buy.
unless it'd be better to wholesale.
Oh, definitely always better to wholesale it, man. You asking the wrong crew.
if you got $600,000+, man, I would say invest that somewhere else.
Oh my God, yeah.
Find one property where you could buy at least 10, 15 somewhere else. I get it, man. Location is everything, but that same $700,000, you're only gonna get rent of like what, 3, 4 thousand.
Well, we'll assume that if he had that 600 plus cash, that gives you $3 million of. Am I doing the math on that right? That gives you $3 million of buying power. That's 20% down on 3 million. I think. I think. Yeah, exactly what it is.
Mm. But hey, we're doing a lot of speculations, man. Give us more insight on what you
Yeah, give us more context, nuance.
more insight, man, so we could properly help you for sure.
Sham Burger on TikTok wants to know, I just recently moved. What are some tips to hit the ground running to get my first deal there? He's in a new state, and he's the same person that asked about driving for dollars. So I don't know if that's the.
Yeah, drive for dollars is key for sure. I mean, it all depends on what state you're in as well, and what all activities going on around there. But drive for dollars is a good one.
What city are you in? Not the state.
Yeah, the city. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
my
what
bad. Yeah,
City union, yeah.
it's city. City
Well,
makes the difference.
yeah. He can be a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
And Lamar Collins, 500 on TikTok, is asking, is there any way I can talk to you personally?
Who, me? Who, me?
Yeah, you.
On TikTok. Well, he can hear us, all of us, though, but you know.
Oh man.
Oh. Nah, let me see here. Where's I'm pushing it. So where's my thing at?
I can type it in here.
No, I got it. I got it. I got it. That's my email address right there.
Now, does this show up on TikTok?
Yeah, he can come on the live right now and talk. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just you don't want to share with the rest of the audience. The audience.
Oh,
I
right.
don't have it set up, but I will. I can set it up where you can come on live if someone wants to get it in, have your own personal seminar, one-on-one coaching session with us, have your own personal thing going on here. That's what I would do. If I just really wants to know. I take that back. No, I wouldn't. I'm silent. I don't ask no questions or nothing. I just grab the information and I run to try to find more information. It's where I ask questions on stuff that I'm consuming. So
All right. All right. Darnell Patton, what inbound lead services do you recommend, Flip?
inbound, inbound mean you generate the lead. Mean you spend some money to generate the.
They're contacting you.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's going to depend on your budget, sir. Give me some context on how much you got to spend per month before I even go down that rabbit hole.
And Steven, I haven't seen your message yet, but as soon as you post it, I'll bring it up. And early Moses sounds gone. Okay.
Oh, what's the name? Oh, that was the dude on TikTok. I put up my email address like you can see it. Um, yeah, see my number is right there on my handle right there, right? On my Flipman thing on TikTok. The phone number is right there. Now that number is only for text message, but we'll get to what we need to be. You just need to contact me.
All right. And Alonzo Lindsay said, "Hey guys, do you need to have a foreign LLC to wholesale outside of your state?"
Nope. Where can they wire the money? That's all you need.
Walter Scruggs said, "I text you, but you didn't text back. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong."
Okay, Walter, let's do this. I'm going to go. What number did you text? Number one. Let's establish that. And then I'm going to look at my little bro. See, Walter, you're not even. I can spell Walter right. Yeah, you're not even in my database here. You're not texting the right numbers, my man. I'll throw it up here right now, though. That's what I'm talking about, Chevy. There's a disconnect. I'm not doing a good job of. Well, I can't say that because a lot of folks reach out. I don't know what to say. I guess you can't. Everybody ain't going. It ain't gonna work for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
For everybody, man.
It ain't
Well,
gonna-
you are accessible.
that I am. I can say whatever you want to say about old Tyrone. I am accessible.
You are accessible.
Yeah. So when somebody say I tried to reach you, I bought your course. Okay. All right. So let's back up here. You didn't talk to me because I'm not hard to reach.
At all.
Like some dude told me, I don't even know what he was saying. Maybe he was talking through his phone or whatever. Number one, it didn't make no sense. I owed him some money. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. So you sent me something about real estate and how to. I don't know what you're saying. It was broken. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. Could you explain it where it makes sense or whatever? I'm not hard to reach. Because if you put somebody like put something out there, and I know they hadn't reached out to me, then you just trying to hurt what I got going on. Then I'm gonna take that personal, because now you're trying to mess with my pockets, with my reputation. I ain't saying I'm perfect by no means or whatever. I know I ain't hard to reach. Is my point.
Waco on TikTok said, "Man, I'm trying to get a deal done like yesterday. Hold my hand, please."
So 2 things. You're trying to get a deal done like yesterday.
Let that go.
And the second thing, hold your hand, please.
It's gonna cost you. Cost. Well, I say that. Text the word clone. Right now it's $29 a month for a limited version. Unlimited chat is $49 a month. A few people have taken advantage of it, not many as I thought we would, but whatever. There you go.
That'll hold your hand.
That'll hold your hand, like literally hold your hand. That's me talking. That's 8.3 million words. That's gonna be everything I ever said in my life.
That's a lot of words, man.
That's a lot, Playboy. Now, of course, I'm repeating a lot of stuff over and over again.
Wow.
2 + 2 is still 4.
Man. But yeah, that's how you get going, man.
Yes, sir. Right there. Text the word clone. That's less than $1 a day. 29, 30 days. That's less than $1 a day for me to hold your hand. Right? That's over 2,300 pieces of content on YouTube since 2008. That's a course on wholesaling houses, land, self-storage, boom, talk about apartments, all kind of stuff. That's holding your hand. I don't know if it gets any better than that. And that's only going to get better.
Yes.
And then if you need help with analyzing, talking to sellers.
Oh, so Robert, take your phone, just like you would text a friend or a family. Text the word clone to this phone number, just like you would text your best friend. Just text this number, save the number 205-964-5243, and then text this word CLON in your mobile phone.
CLONE, yeah.
N-E, yeah. Clone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And on TikTok, King Mike Hype said he's sitting on $370,000 in equity in his primary home in Virginia, and he's looking for rental property in Vegas.
Okay.
I guess he's referring to when we were talking about how much 300,000 can buy you.
No, sir. 300,000 in equity don't mean nothing until you pull it out, and there's still got to be an evaluation. Banks.
But I mean, what would you say if his house?
I ain't never did that before. Will they let you have all of that? I guess it's gonna depend on your.
It's always going to be 75 to 80% of ARV.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Even if you're doing an ELOC, it's still
probably like 285 or something.
You probably get like about 300.
300, yeah. Still decent.
That ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, that's decent.
It's not. It's a nice little change.
Yeah. That ain't nothing to sneeze
Nice
at.
little change, man.
Make some stuff happen, Playboy.
I'll get you some properties, some rental properties in Vegas.
In Vegas, though?
Yeah.
Oh, he's saying
the first time I ever went to Las Vegas was a trainer student, right? Oh. And so we went into Vegas, you know what I'm saying? And so, I saw it from a point that most people probably don't experience.
Yeah.
Ever. We were in the.
I said the next time I go to Vegas, I want to experience with people that live there.
We were in the street. Vegas is a decent sized city, overall.
And Vegas is pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
King Mike Hype.
I can live in Las Vegas. I live in Miami, and that's totally against who I am as how I get down. But I can live in both of those cities.
Miami and Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Miami, Las Vegas, no, but Miami, yeah.
I can live in Las Vegas.
The beach, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying King Mike Hype is saying it's a VA loan. I don't know if that makes a difference. And I live in Vegas. Houses appraised for 800,000 there.
Some you got cheaper stuff, I'm sure, right? That's a either Zillow search away, And you don't have to focus on stuff that's listed by no means,
At all.
But
Find
cash is king.
Yeah, find you some off market deals, man. Find you a seller that's in distress that
Mhm.
needs to walk away. That same $800,000 house you could buy for nothing.
Mhm.
They probably behind on their note. Just need a note turn and probably need like
Now I
5
am curious.
so yeah.
And Jeremiah Mitchell, welcome to the lives. Was first time seeing you here. Flip, shout out to you. I watched your YouTube videos years ago and started wholesaling. And just last week, I accepted a disposition manager role with a land investment group. Thank you, Flip. You have changed a young person's life.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Congrats, young man.
Congrats, young man. You changed your own life. I would like to just think I was just only a tool or vehicle to send you in the right direction.
Yep.
That's it. Because you get the work got to still be put in. Congratulations, my man. So I'm in Las Vegas. I see houses as cheap as 184,900, and then just sort of goes up from there. So you don't have to pay 800,000 for a house in Las Vegas. Not even close. I'm sure they cost. I'm going up, but it's tons of houses in the twos.
So, I'm curious.
I-
When you were in Las Vegas, did you go to the old strip?
Yeah, I've been down there before.
Okay, I haven't done that yet. But go with you about
I've been there. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
What's the old strip? What's that?
Like downtown, I think. What you talking about?
Well, it used to be a different street. I can't think of what the name of it
I
is.
think it's the downtown area. I think if somebody in Las Vegas can correct me.
Yeah, but I know it's always something to see, that I haven't visited.
Who did I go down there with?
Man.
You said it was a student.
No. I said that was the first time. I've been to Vegas numerous times since then. That was the first time.
Fremont. That's what it is. Fremont.
Okay.
Fremont. That's the name of it. I haven't had a chance to visit it, but I said next time I go. Mike Kirkland, welcome to the lives. My first time seeing you here. This is in Jacksonville, Florida. Listing condition sold as is. Used previously as an Airbnb. The front porch has been removed. Shed doesn't convey, and large storage building must be moved or demolished. So
Pull it up, Chevo.
I got you.
They removed the porch, huh? And he put up what he feels like he said, okay, the Zestimate and evaluation.
Let's see what it looks like.
All right.
Boom. And we're gonna do this one. I'm on. I'm good.
Yep, you're on.
All right, cool.
Oh, well, I'll say it after you get finished with this.
It is that address, right? Right here.
Yes.
That's our address. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What is there a question to what he's?
I'm assuming he wants to kiss it, but he just put the information up.
Is it listed or is it off market?
It's listed. It said listed for 207, but then it also said closed. Let's see. So they sold for 173, and that was just what 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, and then they put it back on the market.
So it's renovated.
It's a one picture.
Just one photo. It's already listed, huh?
Yeah, it's one photo.
Also, it's just it's not for sale. Okay.
I don't know, man. All I know is that it's one photo, and we just need some clarification of why you put the address up. Like, what's the deal? What do you need help with? And go from there.
Oh, well,
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
it's not. They just bought it, so.
And he said his estimate is 320. I didn't see nothing about no 320, man. at all.
I didn't see that either. Yeah. Uh,
And I wouldn't trust.
Now, sometimes with Zillow, if it's just sold, they'll use that as the number.
Yeah, they would, but it just sold for 173. That's why I
Yeah.
say I didn't see no
Mm.
estimate of 320.
Yeah. What's his end game? Because they just bought it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need more information on that.
follow up with his message.
Yeah.
Uh, King Mike, he did follow up his thing. He said his house appraised for 888,000.
Okay. That's cool.
Hey, let's get it.
All right. And Robert Alston, welcome to the live. He said me too. And he said clone. Okay. And Lionel Jackson, he can confirm that the clone helps you with your relationships.
Hey, Lionel, they're using up his credits on relationships, man. So whatever. Hey, however I can try to be a benefit to your life, man.
Um, Let me see here. Charlotte P said, "Hey Ty, I did clone when it was first launched. Do I still get the benefit with improvements and updates are done?"
Oh, that's well. What I mean by that is that yeah, you get whatever updates are happening with it. Uh, I, I was just talking about AI in general. It just gets better. Just gets better.
Right. It's gonna be the same clone. It's just
Yeah. You get improvements. Yeah, that's what I meant by that. I'm sorry.
Pritchard said, "Hey, how are wholesalers navigating through the acts that are cracking down on assignment contracts?"
Closing the deal tomorrow. Assignment contract.
Yeah, I guess what he means in states is just is drizzling through different states or whatever. That is, just
Keep
the
moving, man.
just going what the law allowed. Double close,
Double close.
Not only that, man, but you can understand in real estate, you could do this thing anywhere in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So if your state is cracking down on whatever they're cracking down on, target another state.
Yeah,
Target
that's my whole thing. I'm like you, Chevy. Like when they say that, like, okay, you do, but the reason me and you communicating right now is because of the internet. Like,
yeah, it's so prolific, man. Like I have yet to do like an actual deal where in the past 4 years, I probably went on only 1 or 2 sellers appointment in 4 years. Everything is virtual. That means I've never met the buyer. I've never met the seller. A lot of times, like we have people that's walking the property and send us pictures, and then we'll just go from there. And just this year alone, just discovering investor base and how we can now source buyers and actually pinpoint what a deal, what buyers are paying. Now it makes it a lot more simple just to go in and negotiate with a seller to where, hey, this is a number that we're at, and keep it pushing. But virtual, man, like don't if you got a state that's cracking down on this and that, just target another state, target another city. You probably have more fun virtual wholesaling than in person because you don't have to worry about no appointments. Just build the right rapport with the sellers. They'll send you the pictures and market it like that. Or just give me a call. I'll help you dispo it. But a lot of times, guys, this thing is too simple, man. I'm talking about nationwide. There's no limit to where you could do deals at all, at all. There's so much abundance in real estate. You gotta get with the right. You gotta get the right information, get with the right people, and just start taking action. That's really all it is. All it's about.
volume, timing, consistency.
Yes, sir. Dude, when I saw that TikTok, you was eating the food, you was eating your salad. You was like, let AI talk to you. I'm like, this dude is dope, man. But yeah. Volume. What is it? Volume, timing, and consistency.
Yeah, volume, timing, consistency.
Yes.
Top
Like
Terra Tail said, "I sent you guys a storage facility, and on
yes, you did send us a storage facility.
Is it what now?
He did send us a storage facility.
I didn't see that
Did
email.
I forward that one to you, Ty?
When was that?
Let me see what he say on that one. He said that one is right.
The outskirts of Vegas.
He said he sent it to you as well, Ty.
Let me see. And you sent it to me too?
I'm probably didn't, bro. I was probably drunk. I ain't saying nothing to you.
I'm drunk on rum. What's the name of what was the name of the city?
It's
But
Pharump for rump.
PH. What is it?
For rump. Pharump for rump.
Okay, here we go. Red Chill. Okay, so I'm looking at this this deal right now. Says an 8.6 cap rate, 850,000 plus 3. So before I even go any farther, who said that?
top
This is
tier.
top tier tails.
Okay. Question. Are you dealing directly with the owner of this self-storage facility? Or you personally, Top Terra Tails?
All right. We'll wait for a response. Let's move to the next one.
He has another property, and he said yes.
Okay. You
Are
just
you dealing directly with the owner?
He
Next
said,
question. Do you personally or your business entity have this property under contract? Or are you just talking to the owner?
direct to owner.
Okay, so the plus 3, what does that mean?
He said he don't daisy chain.
All right, what does the plus 3 mean?
me, man. If you want to come on the live,
Yeah. That'll be ideal.
yeah,
All
we
right,
go live.
so just looking at it, I'll say the gross income, so he has a duplex on there too. Okay, cool. So 92,000. Well, the storage unit is doing 61 by itself. The duplex is doing 30. So what is that? 300. So
So yeah, 91.
and so he wants 850,000. Well, that's tough there, man.
And he said, made deal with the owner. The 3 is my fee, not assignment fee.
I got you. I just normally, I'm glad you cleared that up. I normally run from those, but cool. Okay, we'll work with that. So 92,000 times 65%. All right, and so he's asking. I know you got an 8.6 cap. He's really at about a 7, right? The way I do it, the way I run the numbers, just back of the napkin, really quickly, is that he's asked the gross income with the duplex is 92,000. So I'm just going to automatically slash 35% for expenses, even though his expenses appear to be less than that amount. So that leaves me an NOI of around 59,800, right in there somewhere. So if I divide the asking price by that number, we're at 7%, right? Which is basically would be full price or maybe a little higher. I don't know that market, but I'm assuming it's going to be in that number, right? So ideally, I would want to be closer to that around 600, maybe 650 versus 850, just off the top.
He wants to know if it makes a difference. He said it's totally automated.
That won't make a difference. So I'm a underwrite based on how banks will underwrite, right? They're going to generally take 35 expensive, which that may not be the actual number. You can get it at that number. That's normally how they're going to run their numbers, right? And a lot of investors, that's how they run their numbers too. So just to let
And he
you
said that he wants to work with you. He just needs a buyer.
I got you. Yeah,
Um,
it needs to be cheaper is where I'm going on it.
Like
Right.
around 600.
650, 600. 600 would be better. That could be our money.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
we're about
But still, I'm going to. He just emailed me. I'm going to. We'll get on the phone or later on, and nice looking facility, looks fairly new. I'm going. We'll get on the phone later on, and we can go into more detail on it.
And he also sent a 36 unit property in Baton Rouge, the owner is willing to go creative seller financing, positive cash flow. This is more like an apartment building.
Okay, let me just search
36 units.
your email then. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you just sent me several things. Okay. Since the second. All right, so the apartment, so that's the one that the dude would, you said he would do
Creative.
Creative.
he can do ooh, wait a minute, this might be different. Let me see. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, he trying to sell it 72 a unit. Yeah, that's high. Well, 6 point something cap rate on it. Seems high. Um, yeah, we'll take a deeper dive at it also. I'll give you. Is your phone number on here? Let me see. Yeah, I'll just reach out to you, Torino. I think I'm saying that correctly.
And he has another property. He must be.
Yeah, he has several. We're going to discuss all of them.
Yeah.
Got one in Durham and Greensboro, and then I think the self storage facility, and then you have one more. You have another 44 unit one in. I think I replied. Well, no, I didn't. I did open it though. Where is this?
So is his name Tory? I thought you said his name was.
It's spelled Toriano, I think.
You just said just Tory.
Okay, there you go. No one is half the battle.
Well, we're hour in, so.
Okay. All right. So when I first got into real estate back in 2003, didn't know it at the time, but any of you all know the story of how I got sort of introduced to it. Is that a friend of mine and his now wife were going to school to become real estate agents, and the guy that normally taught the class wasn't there, and the guy that replaced him that night, the substitute, his name was Don Williams, and he didn't talk about being a real estate agent. He talked about real estate investing and creative ways of buying real estate with no money. Okay, so Don used to have his own. Don has passed away since, but Don had his own class that he talking about real estate investing, like either the last Saturday of the month or the first Saturday of the month, something like that. And so I went. I don't know who introduced me to going to the thing, because I think I had already done a deal or two, maybe a few at that point. And so I started going to his Saturday class. And so after going twice, I said, oh, Don said the same thing every Saturday, you know what I'm saying? But he was saying some powerful stuff. And he was talking about creative financing, right, to buy properties, and how he had amassed some serious wealth by doing that, lost it all and built it back again, going through the same process. So some of the stuff Don would do is so I don't remember. I only just remember this part of it. I don't remember some of the other ways he used to find deals. But he was a big obituary guy, right? Similar to OG Kindheart when I interviewed him when he was on. He would locate properties through the obituary, right? And so he would send them a letter, about the time he think the family would be there, the week of the funeral, because they may be cleaning out the house or whatever. Because a lot of times they would put the address of where the person lived. I don't think they do that anymore, but it's not really hard to figure out either. With these tools that you have, you just need to know the person's name, and they'll normally give an idea probably what they may have, group. But anyway, so Don would reach out to him and he'd do a deal with the family. So he'd do it through owner financing, right? And so then he would owner finance the property back out to someone, right? What Don would do, he wouldn't touch the property. He would clean it up, and might. But what he would also do is he would get one of his guys. He just had a guy that would go out there and just paint like half the side of the house, right? And and so when he showed the person to him, you know, he would give him an option to let them finish it if he give them a break on something, right? Maybe the down payment, or we already had that factored in, or the monthly payment. And he said in most cases people would take it. And he said one of the indicators that he used to use whether somebody was going to pay him or not, right, is he'll walk to their car, and if their car was disorganized with a lot of stuff in it or whatever, it was likely they wasn't going to pay him. And he said he would probably not rent to him or do the deal with them, right? He said that was like his number one thing. Or sometimes he would go another step just to see if he still wasn't sure about the person. He wanted to go to where they live now, right? And said, you know, if you're clean, you're clean, no matter what the condition of the house is. You know, like how structurally sound the house is. It may be in a $1 million neighborhood, but if you're nasty, you nasty, or whatever. If you clean, you clean. Or if you can be in a $50,000 neighborhood with, you know, hole in the roof with the blue tarp on that, but you go in the house clean. You clean, you clean. And so that let him know whether they were going to take care of his property or not. Okay, so I did just, I was just thinking the other day, I said, if I just did one deal like that a month, I would have at least 22 properties, right? If I want to stay in the houses, or at least 22, you know, but anyway, that's another story. So reason I'm bringing that up is not many things I haven't heard or done myself. Some of it I've done more than others as far as different techniques or whatever, but normally I've heard of some version of it, and people may just throw another name on it. So this guy I met last week, he's I think I mentioned him briefly. He's with one of the larger developers as far as residential real estate in the country, right? He has a really decision-making role. And so, but he wants to sort of get out of it. And he wants to start doing just some other stuff. He knows a lot. Even though he makes great money now, lives in a great area, he knows he's still being held down because of what he does know and the resources he have available to him. So he reached out to me anyway, so he's following my content, or just a very interesting call. And so he texted me yet last week, like a day or two after we had talked initially. He said, "Have you ever heard of a slow flip?" I said, "I'm pretty sure if whatever they're talking about, I know what they're talking about. They just put a label on it." And so he sent me the video link to it. So I looked it up. So this guy, I can't think of what his name is. You all can go look it up. And so when I started, so what I did, I didn't even watch the whole video. I grabbed it, the transcript of it, put it in the chat GBT, and it just broke it down for me. I said, "Oh, this is what Don Williams always talk about." Right. And so I told him, I said, yeah, I've done a few over the years, not enough by no means. So what this guy's done, his is a little bit more different than Don. So he targets properties that are $20,000 to $30,000, right? Mm-hmm. And he uses private money or hard money at 12% to buy the property on a 5-year term, right? So the payment is generally between $600 to $700. So what he'll do is he'll owner finance the property back out, so he can take the landlord out of it to someone for 30 years at $89,000, no matter the condition. And he'll get a payment around $875 or so. That's his numbers he always uses. And so after you and then maybe get $2,000 to maybe $3,000 down from that individual. And so now most of his people that he sells to are investors most of the time, but he will sell to other people. But he started out selling more to people that want to live in it, blah, blah, blah. They do the work on the property. But so now, so he called it a slow flip because you'll start to really cash flowing after that 5th year, that 61st payment. 5 years is 60 months because now it's paid off. So he's being aggressive with the payoff so he can start cash flowing as soon as possible. So the reason he says a flip, because he technically still flipped the house to someone else and use it as income, but not as a landlord, but more as in a lender position. Like if you go get a loan to purchase a house through Wells Fargo or Bank of America, if the roof leaks, you don't call Bank of America or Wells Fargo, you call a roofer. So he's taking that position, right? And so anyway, so I started thinking about it. I said, so whenever, like when we're doing KISS offers, obviously those are cash offers, doesn't work, boom, we're out or whatever. So I was just saying that it needs to be that additional layer. You can make that the initial offer. You see a property, because normally I say don't go below 50,000. So if you go below that, if you start to get into properties, I say 30, you can go to 20. If it's 20, it needs to really, and I will look at the stuff here in a second, but it really needs to still sort of be livable. That's going to be harder to find, but it can't be just, I guess it can. It could be any condition in reality, because the terms are the terms, right? That's really what you're selling is the term. You're making it easy for either you to purchase, to do whatever you want to do with it, or you to purchase and you to set up the terms and wholesale out the terms for a few $1,000s, just to keep churning, making money or whatever, to do whatever you want to level up. And so a lot of investors ignore those, and bankers are not going to lend on stuff less than $50,000, and that's in good condition in most cases, right? So anyway, I say, well, okay. So now you're saying that, Tyrone, how can you simplify it for people? Okay, so now I hadn't even created something where you can get this link or whatever, but AI makes things just, oh my God, just makes things so much easier to do. And I may come up with an actual, because there are tools out here that make it a lot even easier to do that with, that allow you to build apps and websites just through natural language and not having to be an actual programmer. I know I'm getting in the weeds here, but so what I wanted to show you guys, number one, so let's do this first. All right, so if we use the, he likes to stay around 30 grand, between 20 to 30, but I think you can expand that because we're taking a different approach than holding on to the property, which you could hold on to the property for sure. But let's just do this. So I'm just going to clean the filters here. It doesn't matter what city I can pull up. So I'm just going to, we just put Las Vegas back in here, and I'm going to reset filters and then remove we'll do owner. We're going to have agent listed and owner posted. And I'm going to remove the boundary. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select houses only. All right. And the only thing I'm doing here is just showing you where the opportunity lies. And so I'm going to say a sale price of, we can go down to 20. I'm going to say 20,000, and I'm going to say up to 60, up to 60,000. All right. Okay. So now if I zoom out, and I'm going to draw a boundary around the entire country, the United States of America. All right. Boom. Then I hit apply. Okay, so that's currently based on that filter that I put. That's over 8,200 properties nationwide. As you see, as you go out west, you're not going to find houses that cheap. But coming down back toward the east, definitely in the south, you find, and even in the Midwest, you're going to find a ton of stuff, right? Okay, so if I sorted this from high to low in this situation, you're just going to start to see just some interesting stuff here, right? At these different price points. And so let's just say if we, I'm just going to pick one here. I like this one here. So it's a 3-1. Okay, does it have any decent photos? Okay. All right, so this house is not livable right here, but definitely something that can be rehabbed. All right, just looking at it from a KISS standpoint, we would offer $12,000 on this house, right? But with owner financing, I have no idea what the ARV on something like this, but I know in this condition, we would normally offer $12,000 on something like this, right? And let the chips fall where they may. And I would probably, this is in Birmingham. All right. So I know this is overpriced for that area in this condition, right? I didn't even notice that it was in Birmingham when I pulled this up. And so I know that's overpriced. That's over in the Midfield area. It's very overpriced. Okay. So I would probably initially make our normal KISS offer on this, right? And so if they reject it, they may counter. Sometimes the agent will counter and they may say 55 or even 40 or something like that. That's still on their end versus our end. All right. So let's just assume that they didn't counter and they say, no, we want to stick at our current price. Now, I don't know how attractive this will be with owner financing, right? Because of the condition of the property. But, you can get some easy terms. You can make some money off of it, right? So what I did was I created a GPT. a GPT. And so if you go over to Chat GPT, well, let's just assume you don't even know what that is. Let me back up. So I'm gonna go over here to incognito. So what you'll do is you'll want to go to Google, if I can spell it. Go to Google, and I'm gonna stay signed out. You're gonna go to you want to look up Chat GPT. All right, so and then you want to hit this one down here. It says Open AI, and that's not what I wanted. I guess that's how they're doing it right now. So introduce the Chat GPT. Okay, boom. Then you hit try Chat GPT. You can go in here and do it. But so it's going to want you to sign in. So if you hit log in or sign up for free, as if you never used it before. It's up to you to create an email. Create the password and email, or you can use your Google account to sign up. Okay, so we'll assume you're in there. All right. So let's go back here. So now, once you get over and you log in, you want to go over here to where it says GPTs. Okay, so what you want to search for, what did I name this thing? Owner Finance Offer Builder. Owner Finance Offer Builder. All right, so you see it needs to say by Flip Man, right? You see my little logo here, my little avatar. And then you want to go in here, you say start chat. Okay, so now we have this property. So it say, where do I start? You can just click here and it's going to tell you what you're going to need to do. It's going to tell you that you need the address. If you're not sure, let's say, what's the property address? So I would go over here and take the property address. I'll grab this, highlight it and copy it. All right. Okay, I hit enter. It's going to ask you the next question you need. Is this your first offer or counter to something already discussed? I did that because sometimes, again, it's a counter, all right, based on your initial offer. But if it's your first offers, which that you could do, you can say, hey, I'm just going to just send out offers on to initiate an owner financing opportunity. So I'm just going to say first. All right, the next thing is say, what percent of commission are you offering the agent? That's totally up to you. 3% is normally standard. So I'm just going to put 3 in there. It says, what is the total price you're offering? So if they're asking 60, we're going to pay what they're asking. All right. So now it tells you what the commission is. And what are the monthly payments and how many payments and how many total payments. So I just try to keep it to no interest or anything, just straight. We're just going to say 100 payments. So if it's $60,000, just divided by 100 payments, that's $600, right? So we're going to say 600 monthly, 100 payments. Boom. So the next thing is going to ask you, well, how much earnest money, dog? How much earnest money? I'm going to say 500. All right. Then how many days to close? It said, give me an example of 21. You can put whatever you want, and I'm just going to say 21. Due diligence period, 10 days, up to you what you want to put in there. I'm just going to do 10. Are you offering to buy as is? Yes. Want to include the seller isn't responsible for any future repairs? Yes. All right, last one. Should the buyer select the closing attorney or title company escrow? Yes. All right, from there, it's going to write your offer. Okay, so now what you do is you can take this and you can highlight, you can copy it all by just hitting this right here, but you have to remove this bottom part and you have to remove this top part here. So now what you can do is you go back to Google, and if you logged into your Gmail, just go over to the hamburger of dots and go down to Google Docs and hit blank document, and I'm just going to paste it in here. All right, so boom, there you go. So if I do that, I'm gonna remove this little bottom thing. It was a questionnaire. I'm trying to get it where it won't add that information. And there you go. So now you can send this. You obviously would add the agent's name. So where is the agent's name? Now, two places you can get that. Now, if you have Zoms downloaded, you can find the agent's information right here without Zoms downloaded. If you go where it says the number of days on Zillow, you always want to look for where it says listed by. This is listed by Erica Ross, right? So Erica. So I would that's what I would put here as the agent's name. Let me blow this up. Some of you guys may not see it because I wouldn't probably be able to. All right. And so as you can see, it has your complete offer filled out. Or what you could do is, and let me finish this off. So now what I would do, I would just take this part right here and I would name it. And I'll just say offer. Okay, now if you want to just share the link, just go here where it says share, click on the word share, go from general access from restricted to anyone with the link, hit copy, and boom. Now you can text or email that link to someone, right? Now the other thing you could do is you could just take this, I'm going to copy all of this, and I may not need that signature depending on the email, and you just go and put it in your email. That's it. Copy and set it up and put it in your actual email. So what does this mean? So now let's just look at this. Let's look at this particular property. Let's just assume we roll with this. Okay, you say, well, how am I going to make money on this, Ty? Okay, so again, you may be a situation on the money side of it that, hey, you want to, you can do the work or you're willing to pay for the work on this property. And I don't know what the ARV is on this. I'm gonna look at it from more of a rental situation. I think in that area, Section 8, 3.1, I think it was, you're gonna be able to get, anywhere from 900 to maybe 1,100, right? Just from my little knowledge of it. All right, so now you're gonna be paying the owner 600. So that's a $300 to possibly $500 spread on the property. Now the goal is at some point it's going to be paid off. And now that 900 to 1,100 is just straight cash. But you got into the deal easy. Now, the agent, what's going to cost you up front if you were going to keep this property for yourself is the closing cost and what you're going to have to probably pay the agent, that 3%, assuming that the seller doesn't pay it all. That's just your offer. The seller may pay it all, just depending on how that's negotiated. And so whatever the closing cost, your portion of the closing cost is on the property. And then from there, again, if you're going to hold on to it, you're going to renovate it. Okay, so that's one way. Now, you've set up these terms. You say, well, hey, I don't want this property. But if you made the terms easy, there'll be tons of people that may want this property. So basically what you would do is you're going to market this deal out with the terms that are, and you're just going to have your anywhere from 3 to 5K assignment fee on a deal like this. You can get more depending on the situation. But 3 to 5K could be an easy payday for you just simply setting up terms on something that you made it where someone could purchase with no banks and literally no down payment outside of your assignment fee. And then obviously they would have still covered their portion of the closing cost along with the actual agent's fee if they're required to pay it. Now, the other thing, that property there needed actually some decent amount of work. Let's look and see if we can look at some of these other ones that may not need that type of work. Okay, so like this property right here, they're living in this property right now, right? Or someone's living there. I don't know if someone's actually living there. That's what the photos look like. So that property is ready to go. This is even a better example of what I'm talking about because this property right here is quote unquote turnkey without the cash flow already being there. Unless it's already a rental. Let's look at the notes really quick. Okay, I don't see any number in there. But this property here is livable, right? Now, that's what's ideal right there. Something like that, right? And so let's go down. Let's see what else we see. I can't tell from now. I'm just going to click on this one. And this is a 4-3. That's a big house. All right, this one right here, this is in Jackson, Mississippi. Needs work, but definitely livable, right? Needs work, but definitely livable. That's another situation. That how long it's been on the market? So it's only been on in 6 days, only getting 13 views per day. Is that the first run? Yeah, that's the actual first run. So they've owned since '95, and they just put it on the market at the beginning of this month, right? Still with targeted. Now, of course, our KISS offer would be 12 grand on this, but on owner finance, I will pay full price for it. You roll with that. You will pay full price, but that's a huge house. So renovating it is going to be, it's going to take some bread, but it's livable and it's a 4.3. So that's another example. So let's see what else we can find in here. How many photos on this one? It says it's a 1-1. That's too small. That's 500 square feet. Let's look at this one. All right, this is in Peoria, Illinois. No inside photos, though. Another example, though. Let's look at this baby. All right, this one here. Couple of photos, but definitely livable. Man, look at that! Look at that stove. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. Needs some work for sure, but definitely livable. I ain't gonna live there. You gotta think now. Where you live and where somebody else lives is gonna be different. I'm looking at it structurally. Minor things need to happen there, but definitely with a cleanup, it's livable. They keep the grass cut up, but that's another example. How long has it been on? It's been on the market 40 days. Let's see if it's been longer. So they purchased. So that's a true 40 days, right? So they haven't dropped the price or anything, but that's a true 40 days. That's another one that you definitely could target. New Athens, Illinois. So just to reiterate the topic, what if the seller won't budge on price? Here's your opportunity. Here's your alternative to offer. And again, sometimes that will be your initial offer, is to make that owner finance offer.
And it makes it easy to get that offer done so that you don't have to do it in your head. You can use that app and it'll figure out the numbers for you.
Yeah.
Get past that hurdle, because normally that seller wants to know, okay, what are you offering? So it makes it a lot more simpler.
Yeah, and I was thinking like my guy with the slow flip. So now you have to get people that are willing to fund you with the private money / hard money or whatever. But no, you can you can let the owner be that person. You know what I'm saying? Right? It just offers. Now, of course, you just go in there and buy it. Okay, all bets are off. They trying to sell it for 30, you pay exactly what they're asking or whatever. So, or something close to it, or where you still make your offer and just buy it because you know what your end game is on that. So,
but if it needs repairs, you need to have a plan to get it repaired. Is what you're basically saying.
No. Don Williams, baby, no.
Fresh paint.
Plenty of people will take that on, man. That you'll have people that are not investors that'll take that on because they can do the work themselves.
Makes sense. Do you want to do the rest of these? This is Charlotte has it's 2 more properties. There's people was asking to get comp, and Mike had given some more information about another property, but he's not really saying what he wants. He's not giving a question. He's just giving information about property. So I didn't know if you wanted.
What about the one in Los Angeles?
Okay, in Los Angeles, that is Charlotte P. Is it worth going after? And this is the address.
You already looked it up, Sharon?
No, I didn't look it up yet. You was talking, man.
Oh no, my bad.
You was, talking. All right, let's take a look at it. And that's Los Angeles, Cali.
Yeah, I have a name that I want to use it just to pig off about what my man named. Let me give him his credit for coming up with that branding.
You mean that process?
The slow flip. Let me get what his name. Let me see what is his name.
Okay, is it the house at the bottom?
Um,
Fish name.
it look like land.
Figure out is it? Nah, it look like it's vacant land.
Yeah, there's land. Build your dream home with a view.
So I'm guessing the house on the hill.
9,000 square feet.
Hold on, let's look at it. Let's see here. Where's this located at? Evater. Okay.
Yeah, Charlotte is saying, yeah, it's vacant land.
Okay. And then let's reset the filters. And then we're gonna do land. And then now we just need to pinpoint where it's at. Okay, so it is going to be Huntington Drive and Sierra Street. Okay. What major highway is that? Any major highways? 110. Okay. So 110 is right here. Huntington is right there. Okay, so we're right here in this area. Okay, let's dive a little bit deeper. Let's see here. Rose Hill. Rose Hill. I mean, I could take all of these around here, right, Flip?
Okay,
Since it's in the vicinity.
He's trying to.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's very close. That's
Okay.
really close for land.
All right, so let's remove the boundary and let's draw it. Let's hit apply. And what was it asking on that?
Oh, they did not say. Let me see.
No. It's I think it's at like 168 or something like that. Yeah, 168,000.
Oh,
Oh, okay, what's the name of it?
okay, yeah. Let me see. 3135.
Why didn't it add?
Oh, I was about to say I don't think that's working. The souls are not working. Adding to the thing, it's in development now, in correction right now. So hopefully
Okay,
we'll
that's
have
fine.
it next couple of
But
days.
we're at 30, 95, 79, 30. This one is at different location, but this one sold for 178.5. 178.5.
How big was their lot?
About
Our
10,000.
lot is at
10,000 square feet.
yeah,
Right.
2,000 square feet.
Charlotte is saying they're asking 168.
Yeah,
Yeah, they asking full price,
yeah, they are
beyond full price.
beyond it. Yeah, I would say like around like if anything, it'll probably be like around 30,000. These right here,
Hmm.
but that's sometimes
Well, it looks like it was 10,000 square feet. I think the one we looked at that was
5,000.
yeah 5,000 or something. It was they sold for one something.
Yeah, 178.5.
Okay, yeah, so they probably right at
But
retail price on it.
two different location though.
Yeah, two different locations though. What I'm trying to say. So and it was listed.
It's feasible for sale by owner.
Oh, for sale. Okay, I'm saying it's for sale by owners for sale, like online.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. How many views was on it? That tell me everything.
Views. Let's see what we got. Views. We're at 5 a day.
Yeah. So yeah, he's asking at top end on it for sure. And so, ideally, on just a cash purchase, you're trying to get it at 40, 40 to 50% of that number. So we just said 50%. We're talking roughly around 80 or so.
Yeah, 84.
Yeah, and but you could offer some owner financing, and this is why you would do it on something like that is you offer to pay them 500 a month. It ain't making them no money right now, right? 500 a month for 60 months with a balloon payment. So on the balance, that's what I would offer them. You'll pay full price on it, and I would just try to flip those terms out.
Delina Kyles on YouTube said, I have an apartment complex. Can you comp it for me? And I'm assuming this is the address for it.
All right, Delina, what we'll need first is how many units, right? What's the gross income that is producing? And we will go from there.
Odile Thomas said, hi guys, I think the volume is what makes wholesalers take pause.
You damn right it does. I can tell you that right now.
The volume? What do you mean?
How many leads you producing?
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some. Look, we're here to help.
Yeah.
We're here to help, man. We're here to help. I think hands down, like without paying for information, like we're the best out here to get the information to you.
For sure. Pritchard said, I have been doing this for 10 years. How can I?
Let me address what he was talking about, the volume. But just understand, man, and this is just being like, you have to have the right expectation. I don't care what it is when you start talking about running a business or attempting to run a business. You got to have the right expectations. All right, yeah, it is possible to it is possible to do a deal in less than 30 days. Ain't no question about it. That shouldn't be your expectation. It
Right.
just shouldn't be, right? Because that expectation causes disappointment. Disappointment causes I don't want to do this anymore at some point, right? Man, a lot of, oh my God, businesses don't make money for year 1, 2, 3.
Up until 5 years.
Yeah. A lot of people don't even make money. What I mean by that, you can make money to pay people, right? But I'm talking about profitability, right? And so, but anyway, so the volume thing is that, man, there's a lot of real estate out in this country, right? When you start talking about houses, land, all the different types of commercial real estate. Most of these people, no, they're not going to be in a position where they're going to sell it at a price that going to make sense for you as a wholesaler. That's part of why the topic is very valuable. I don't know if you guys really taking heed to what I just laid down to you. That comes in a lot of formats. I just tried to simplify it the way I understand it, and the best way for you to make money on it for is the way I understand it. But you're going to have to talk to a lot of people to get to those that are going to play ball. That's where the volume comes in. And yeah, that's probably where most people get pushed right out of this game or whatever. Matter of fact, I was going, man, I get this. I think in my mind it's a lot, but it's really not a lot. But I get this. Okay, so anybody that's on my text message list, you get at least once a week me offer some coaching, one-on-one coaching, right? So any of you all out there, some of y'all are already students, so you know. All right, so I get all kind of feedback from people, right, on what's going on with them personally, whatever. And I try to reply to most people in most cases. Okay, so but I get this quite often, right, is that they'll ask me, and I get confused that you don't know what wholesaling really is, do you? Or you just saying piss on it, which is fine, because this ain't the only way to make money in real estate by no means. But they'll be like, I need a private lender or a hard money lender. And I'm like, that's easy to find. Okay, so I'm like, so my normal reply is I said, that's easy to find. If you got 30 to 40, 30% down, oh, they ready to play ball,
Mm.
right? They're ready to play ball, right? So if just to do quick math on you all that may struggle with that a little bit, I get it. If you need $100,000 for your project, meaning to complete it, that means they're gonna want 30. They gonna want 30,000. They gonna want you to put 30,000 in the game. So one guy was going back and forth with. I just started just messing with him. Without just in that funky mood or whatever. He was like, I hate wholesaling. I just want to flip, but you ain't got the money to flip. Like so, now you're not just gonna do anything. You're not gonna do anything with the flip if you did have the money.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like sacrifices. So if I don't have the money, Chevy, what do I need to do, Chevy? I need to create a vehicle to get the money.
Yes, sir. And what's the best vehicle to get the money?
As far as I know, they ain't the only way to make money. Don't get me
It's not.
wrong.
It's not.
It's not the only. It's up there as for chunks of money.
It's up there though.
It's up there.
It's one of the best ways to make money
With no money.
with no money.
Okay, I want to flip houses. Meaning I want to buy, fix, and flip, or I want to buy rentals, but I don't have any money to do that or the credit.
Yeah,
So I'm just gonna sit there. No, I don't want to wholesale. No.
yeah. They just gonna sit there and hate.
So you're not gonna. So that means you know what that says to me. Oh, you ain't gonna do nothing if you had.
Oh, that means you ain't really serious.
Anyway, because that mentality don't allow
Yeah.
you to move forward on something. Because you got to do what it takes to get where you want to go. It just like
Some people just want you to hold their hand, please.
I'm like, huh?
Hold their hand. But I mean, since I've been in this game, I've been doing this now for 8 or 9 years, somewhere around there. And I will say that when you're on your game, you're on your game, and when you're not on your game, you're not on your game, man. And what that means is that you have to be consistent in in creating, right? You have to be consistent in talking to sellers. Either you're talking to sellers or you're talking to buyers. 9 out of 10 times, though, you have to talk to a seller to get a deal done. So whether that's you calling somebody in JVing because you have the buyers, or you reaching out to a seller directly. A lot of times people chase down the same leads for months and don't go nowhere with it because they wishing they're hoping they're gonna get in touch with the seller. The volume, you have to have more volume than anything because now you're talking to sellers. Now you're creating momentum. And eventually there's gonna be a deal that happens. Like we never know when our deal is gonna happen. We just talk to sellers. We just talk to sellers and out of nowhere, boom, somebody say yes. Okay, cool. Let's make this happen now. But if you're consistently just chasing the same person, nothing's gonna happen. Like business go out of business because they chase the same clients, expecting the clients to do business with you. That client already moved on. They probably already doing business with somebody else. Don't get hung up on it at all. Talk to sellers.
Yeah, so I'm glad that was brought up. I'm not at that guy. He just helped me go into what I was thinking about yesterday when I was going back and forth with this guy or whatever. Oh, I hate wholesaling. I just want to flip, but you ain't got the money to flip. Like that's the thing that keep.
Did you say that to him?
In a certain way, I did. Like,
And what was his response?
like, what did I say to him? I was like, what did I say? But I don't be nasty with people.
Do you feel like it is common knowledge that people know with a hard money lender that they have to put money?
I assume if you following my content, you know what wholesaling is. Well, I mean, that wasn't an issue with he and I. That wasn't the issue. He knew what it was. Sometimes when people I could tell through the 205-96453 when that's like your first text to me, and I want to flip house, I want to do it. So they may not really know. You know what I'm saying? So that might have been their first introduction to this, and they don't know there's a difference, right? And what's required to do one over the other. But I get that I need hard money and private lending quite a bit. Like you do know that's not hard to find, but they're not going to play. They're not going to play ball with you unless you have the money. So really, what they're saying is, I want somebody to fund my deal 100%. Why would they do that?
Yeah, that don't even happen.
Yeah.
What are you bringing to the table? Why would they do that?
They want some type of skin in the game.
Yeah, like again, like why would they do that? And people ask me all the time, "You want a fun? You don't watch my content? That ain't what I do, man. No,
People call me like, "Hey, you buying this?" No, I'm not.
no. They ask me all the time. When do you hear me say that? Do you ever hear me say that? like,
No, you don't say that. Yeah.
like, no. That's
If you find a buyer, you know.
no. I've done that. It is not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I'm my. Them some of my. It exploits all of my weaknesses. Like it exploits all of my weaknesses when I do that. So no. And then it's just hard for me to get out of now. Buy and hold is different because that's a long-term play. That's
Oh
really
yeah,
could be the
definitely.
goal. But fixing and flipping, you can't convince me it's better than wholesaling. Like
Yeah.
low risk, high reward, high risk, high reward. Is what I'm talking
But
about.
here's the thing, though: when you're flipping, the market's going to dictate what you're doing with it. So you might be flipping a property, and guess what? That thing going to sit on the market for 3-4 months, and you're just paying them notes. Dude, I just told we the
Now,
property.
let me say that we talking crap. People make millions doing that. Don't get me
Oh
wrong.
yeah, definitely.
We need them. I'm
Yeah.
just telling you, if you're going to compare the two, it's just a different ball game as far as ROI.
Oh
One
yeah.
of them you're in the thousands percentage, and the other one you 30, 20, 30, 40%. That's good. We're talking on a wholesale deal, you may be at 20,000% ROI. Because you literally hadn't
You
spent
no money. You put no money down.
yeah. What they do
Or
that?
you put $100. Even if you put 500 and make $5,000, that's still
100%.
100 times.
I think that's 100%. Yeah.
100 times. Yeah, for sure. So is it 100?
No, that's more
No,
than
that's
that.
10 times. 10 times.
No, it's more than that, I believe.
Oh man, 10 times 500 is 5,000. 10 times.
No. You want to bet money on that?
Bet money on it?
If I spend 500 and I make 5,000, I can assure that's higher than 10% return.
No. What I'm saying is, right? You're making 10 times that money that you invest. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I'm finna
Yeah,
say.
you're making 10 times that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're making 10 times that money that you're investing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but when you start talking about return on investment,
Oh yeah, that's gonna put you at like it's like 10,000 somewhere around there.
yeah, something like 10,000. That's what I'm referring to. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the percentage is higher.
Yeah. So if you did the same thing like the way you're doing it, where it's 10 times. So if you spend 100,000 and you sell it for 140, see that's only like 1.4 your
Yeah,
return,
yeah.
like 1.4%. A 1.4 your times that. So yeah, exactly.
Anybody want to decipher? Or do you want to look at this one? He's giving
Yeah,
information.
that's 900%. That's 900. 900%. If you
Okay,
spend
for sure.
500 and you make, because you got to take the 500 out, and that's $4,500 return.
45,000. Yeah, 45,000, right?
No. He said you spend 500 and make 5,000.
Oh,
You made 4,500, right? So that's 900% return. Yeah.
I love those returns.
huge number.
What? How many of them you can give me?
I love those returns.
Oh.
We closing the deal out tomorrow. I'm probably making like $1,000, and I'm just like, hey, money I didn't
Hey,
have.
keep them coming, okay?
Pay something, baby. What's half a zero?
What's half a zero? What is half a zero?
Y'all don't want me to play the anthem, baby. What's half a zero? That's for that.
Now, where did you get that term from? Did you make that up? I think you
What?
said you heard it.
No, he said he stole it from somebody, right?
Half a zero?
Yeah.
Oh, one of my homeboys.
Because it's so true. It's so true.
Yeah, he in sales. He's like, what's half a zero?
Oh yeah. It
I'm like,
hit
that's all what you made on that? Like, nah.
it hit different. It hit different. Like I've coached a lot of people, man, over the years, and I was trying to do a deal with one of my guys, and obviously everybody I coach, I let them know, hey, what's half a zero? Let's make sure that we get to the bags, right? And this man, he gonna tell me out of nowhere, yeah, man, like I ain't doing that no more. I'm like, huh? Like what?
He ain't doing what no more.
He's like, it got to be a certain point. There's got to be a certain amount of money before he put it.
Well, a lot of people operate that way. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
but normally that happens, Chevy, when they've achieved a lot of success, though.
right. Yeah.
Right? It ain't worth our time. We're not going to do deal unless they can pay us 20 grand. You know what I'm saying? So, but they probably have a lot of volume deals, so they could turn those down. And then they've done maybe some good things with what they have made where they can make that decision. So I get it. It's not worth their time. It's just like, I'll give you a bad example. Some people just laugh at us for even dealing with residential real estate that are in commercial. Like, why would you do that? You're doing the same thing.
Right.
That's the attitude they have. Like, you're doing the same thing. Why would you do that? And you can add multiple zeros onto deals. Like, that just is what it is. But, that's what makes the world go around. Everybody can't do the same thing.
We all have our different.
I guess it just have to make sense for that individual person.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's what makes the world go
take
around.
you 5 minutes to make $5,000. I don't think anybody would turn that down. Even if you are multi-millionaire.
Yeah, I can pay something with that. Some.
Mike Kirkland. This is
I
in.
think you already put that up, man.
Yeah, but we didn't figure out what he was saying.
Yeah, because I don't know what.
Let's read it. Need other than 3-bedroom add-on and potentially add half bedroom estimated repair cost 25 finished, 3-bedroom and add in a second bathroom. Oh, he's saying that's what needs to be done to this house.
Yes.
And what state?
I don't know what's the question now.
What's the question, Ty?
Okay, I'm sorry.
I think, and normally Chevy will be like, "This is what he talking about." You know what I'm saying? Even though he was like, "I have no."
Man, you dealing with somebody with a hangover that don't even know what the hell's going on right now, but I'm just here.
Look, I didn't cry him before.
Chevy and OT on us, baby. So we're gonna close this out.
No, man, we good. We can keep going, Ty.
I'm good. Let's roll. So what does he refer to on my little spiel here about the?
Yeah. You always be dropping games. I remember the first game you gave to me, bro. You was like, man, this was when you was doing videos on your bed. People don't even know about that. When you were shooting these videos, man, you was like, I can talk till I'm blue in the face, but if you ain't taking action, this don't mean nothing. And we took our last, man, it was like $150, bro.
Ooh.
And bought some bandit signs.
Oh.
It made $700 our first deal. I was like, this is pretty dope. Proof of concept, bro.
That's nice.
Proof of concept.
Well, you made that $150 back, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Bandit signs. Ty say, man, put these out. Somebody gonna call you.
Yeah, man.
Somebody. But what it was, bro, was like, you was like, look, if you're like me, you don't want to be talking to those sellers, calling them. Have them call you. It's gonna be a lot easier.
Yeah, hey, boy. Whoo, boy. Well, that's it. You know what I'm saying? I know that hit home with a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Definitely, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, bro, I texted you. I was like, hey man, I got this property I'm about to put on the contract. What do you want me to do? It was like, just have them sign the paperwork. I was like, I got the seller to sign the paperwork.
I was being a little short, sound like that.
Yeah. It was just through texting though. It's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, I was hitting you out of nowhere.
Will you ever forgive me?
No, I mean, I didn't even take it personal, man.
I was being a little short. I don't like how that tone sounds.
Yeah. But here's the thing. A lot of times when people are green, they don't know what's next, right? And then the other part to it, I'm like, man, I watched all your content and I'm still like, man, what do I do next? So for you to be like, okay, now I'll find a buyer. And I'm like, okay, I got a buyer and a seller.
Well, what problem made me help you is I seen you was watching. I could just tell from the question you can ask. You were watching the content.
Oh yeah.
Let me just tell you one thing that guys, people that know me, but I still feel I say it.
What? Get
I
out.
ain't, I ain't nobody by no means, but by no means. But when somebody reaches out to me and they ask a question that I know that they hadn't watched the content,
Yeah.
that makes me don't want to help you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, you're not willing to put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, but I wouldn't say that and wouldn't do the same thing. Guys, you wouldn't believe the amount. When I ride with people, I was just noticing this. So um, I ride with other people in their car and they listen to the radio. And I realized the other day, I said, I never listened to the radio.
Mm.
I'm the weirdest. I'm weird. Like, so I listen to YouTube in my car, in my vehicle, right? And so I have my iPad. I need a new one. It's right here, but I need a new one. And so that's what I'm consuming. I even bought a device that you can hang on the mirror and it'll hold the iPad up. It ain't the most safest thing. I admit I ain't watching it, but I'm listening, right? And so that's if I'm gonna go on a trip like I went home this weekend. That's 3 hours or whatever. So I'm definitely like, but I consume a lot of content on AI, right? And so I know man, like you're talking about 10,000 hours. I know it ain't that much, but I consume a lot because that's the stuff I want. I consume a lot of information on marketing. I consume a lot of information. So what I'm saying is I put the work in because people put out very valuable content, and it's rare that I'll reach out to someone. I'm not saying I don't want you guys to reach out to me. Don't get me wrong, by no means. But I know when I reach out to them, I want to feel like I've done my part on their content.
Yeah, done your research. Yeah.
Because sometimes you'll get through their content and you see, I didn't probably absorb as much as I can get before I reach out to them, right? If I do that, it ain't that often I do it, but if I reach out to it or whatever. So just like this guy, his name is Scott Jelnick. So I'll probably try to have him on the show, on the slow flip guy or whatever, because he has his own YouTube channel. I've consumed a good bit of his content right now, but I already knew what he's talking about. So it ain't like he was new into some, but I think it would be some value to you guys. Even though I'm gonna put my own name on it, I'm just gonna tell you out the top. I like the market, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm always gonna be marketing. So I got my own, he got slow flip. I got my name I want to put on it, right? The same thing, basically. He's using the method is a little different because he's using private money to fund the deal, where we're gonna just try to get the owner finance it, then you just owner finance it back out or keep it or whatever you want to do or whatever. But my point is like the number one question I'll get that I'm like, oh, you really ain't watched my content. Where do I get the contract? Oh, you really hadn't. You ain't been watching. You know what I'm saying? You hadn't put your hours in. Where do I get the contract? So, but anyway, what I forgot. Soapbox Monday, baby. Your boy, hey, let it rip today, Eddie.
So somebody wants to know: did you do anything similar with land?
What, talking about the owner financing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that last deal we had in Los Angeles, where the land, I told her to offer $500 a month, balloon payment in 5 years.
And does the app work for land?
It would. It wouldn't. It doesn't matter. Whatever you put in there is going to run the numbers for you. It just understand, like, well, you're gonna put the number of payments and all that stuff in there that you want to do. So to answer your question, yeah, it'll do it.
And Delina wants us to look at this property in Columbus, Georgia.
Delina getting that thing in. Is that the apartment building?
Our apartment complex, where she said this is a house.
Okay, this is how. Okay, all right. What you got, Chevo?
Gotcha.
I'm drinking rum. Dun, 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 dun. I can't learn the hooks for nothing.
A rum on Red Bull.
Oh, a Red Bush. Oh, yeah.
Rum on Red Bull. I'm drinking rum on Red Bull, and it make me heart full. All right.
Oh.
Here we go. Dorsey Drive, Columbus. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this one not bad. Let's see where we need to be at for the numbers, though.
What are the numbers?
Let's see if there's any activities.
Anybody watch that while he pulling that up? That new movie with Idris Elba and what's the
Oh,
name?
Head of States. Yeah, my wife was just watching it. She
You
liked
watch it with her, or she just watched it?
it. She just watched it.
Oh, okay,
She liked it.
okay. Looks interesting.
I have.
So we're right at 52, 103, 80,
I thought it was like a comedy though.
75. It
Yeah,
is
it's somewhat a comedy
Oh,
slash action
130.
from the trailer.
So I would say you want to be around like 40.
40. All right.
You could move it back around 50 to 60. But yeah, you want to be under 45 for this one for it to make sense. So yeah. But I think it's a solid deal though.
And Lincoln wanted to check in from H Town, Houston, and then yoga with Debbie. My first time seeing you here. Hi, I'm Debbie. Back with you after a couple years. I'm in Kona. I hope that's how you pronounce that. Hawaii. I love
Hawaii is
Hawaii.
like 4 or 5 hours behind us, so it's morning there. Okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
And Dave Darden says, well, I'm on my game, Chevy, and I'm not stopping. Second deal will hit in July.
Yeah,
I
guys.
love that.
If you focus on the topic today, you can speed that process up for sure. Just add that. You can make that your initial offer, right? You can just focus on those because you can push those faster than a cash deal because that opens up more buyers, potential buyers.
Mm-hmm.
And Top Terror says they get caught up with all that flips and flip TV shows, so they think that's the life. They have no idea. They do not know the extra headaches of flicks and flips.
All right.
Again, it is clear people make tons of money with it because we need them. We need them for what we do, right? I'm just saying if you compare the two on just what it takes to make the money, it ain't no comparison. And the return, what we just talked about, sure basics of investing. If I can get a higher rate of return that is low risk on top of it,
Oh yeah.
I don't care what form of investing you're doing. That's the game. You love that.
Mm-hmm.
And the speed of it. And the speed of it too, Chevy.
Oh yeah.
You can do low risk and decent returns. It's hard and over time, you know what I'm saying? Like years, but low risk, high return in days.
And days. And then it just stack up.
Stack
On
up.
stacking.
Yeah.
And they just keep on stacking, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Sean Horton creator said, "Hey fellows, what if a property has been on the market for 100 days but doesn't have any good comps? Is that worth pursuing?"
I have to take a closer
I
look.
mean, it's all about buying activities. So if there's no comps, there's no buying activities happening.
And Delina said it's all boarded up. I can't get in contact with the owner. Send them a bandit sign. No.
That too. Is the mailing address the same? Is the owner's mailing address the same as the property address? Let me go on and register this domain name right quick so I can tell y'all.
Okay.
No, it's absentee. Absentee owner, different mailing address.
Different mailing address.
And Delana, please do not get caught up on this chasing this one seller. This you need at least 100 or 200 of these where it's boarded up and there's buying activities in the area.
Yeah.
Now you're increasing your law of averages.
Ever fall in love with a deal?
Ain't no deal. Just don't
You know,
fall
you
in love with a house.
And Yoga with Debbie did confirm that that's pronounced Kona. I didn't know.
Never.
Oh, okay. Delina says no.
Yeah, because of what I said.
Okay. And Mark is saying that's how he does all of his deals. Owner financing is game changing.
Hey, it is.
That's what's up.
It is. I like the subject to aspect of it though, man. Get more control. But seller finance, that's definitely a way to go as well. Matter of fact, I got to follow back up. That's what I'm talking about, Delaney. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
she
get
said she got some more. You know what I'm saying? She said she
Delaney.
got.
It sound like you out there crushing it, doing plenty of deals, man.
Hey, Delaney said, "Who you think you talking to? I
I
got
know that's right. She
I'm
got
like, I got
this.
more now. That's just one.
who you think you talking
Thomas Hill has a property in Jackson, Mississippi. What would be a good price for this property? He wants to sell it, but is a warm seller.
Hey Thomas, I literally have a property right down the street from that one.
Okay.
So let me look at it for you.
Okay.
Let me look at it. Mine's is down the street, right? Where's mine's at? Mine's is at yeah. It's like the 6600 blocks. So yeah. Where yours is the 65. That's what's up.
Jackson, Mississippi.
All right, let's put it back up. Boom.
Okay, we're gonna call ours. I don't know if you all I consume this content, so that's why I know the name. So a lot of money is made through businesses that don't have a lot of glamour, like a lot of your service buildings, like heat, HVAC, plumbing,
Plumbing.
waste management, as far as trash removal, tree trimming, or cutting, or stump grinding, laundromats, cleaners, um, cleaning services. There's a lot of businesses just they boring, but they make a ton of money. So they're called boring businesses, right? Make a
Mhm.
ton of money. So we're going to he's calling his method slow flip. We're gonna call ours boring flip.
Boring flip.
Yes. See,
Boring flip. I got you.
boring.
I got you. Boring flip sounds good. Thomas Hill. For that deal, man, if you could get it around 2025, I got a buyer right now at 3540.
What did he say he had it for?
He didn't say nothing.
So,
Okay.
Give the address.
he says a warm seller, so he knows.
Or get the seller to owner finance it to you. What's his asking? He didn't say he didn't put the price on there.
Hey, he did say it's a warm seller, so there's more rapport there.
All right, get him to owner finance. And you don't want to, if he's a little too high, boom. Make it happen, man. Make it a boring flip.
Boring.
Boringflip.com coming your way.
What flip? What?
Delina has another property in Columbus.
Oh, yeah.
He wants 42. You hear me, Chevy?
He wants 42. So offer him 100 payments at $420 a month.
Yeah, we can do that tomorrow.
So nobody cook it tonight.
I mean, you can dash in our oven.
We ain't got them on. No, you don't cook in that woman. You don't know nothing about woman cooking. You now come out the way you come out. So cook the way you cook. So it's like
All right, me cook it then. Yeah, me cook it. All right, me cook it. My mama put me to work.
There you go.
I mean, but even if the seller's asking 42, man, you really need to be around 25. So you could do seller finance, or you could just say, hey, this is the numbers where we need to be at. And then go from there. That's not bad though.
3508. No. Tilt.
And
Wait a minute. 3508. What? Let me see.
Chevy.
I can't. Yeah, let me see.
I'm assuming it's a house.
Lane.
Yeah. This
Oh,
one.
she must be in Columbus. Hey, a couple of my really good friends. I've been to Columbus a couple of times. A couple of my really good friends are from Phoenix City, Alabama, which is right there by Columbus borders. So here's another one. Yeah, this looks good. Yeah, just got to get in touch with the owner, baby girl.
In the same area. So yeah, you're gonna need it around 50. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Before. So yeah, for sure.
And Thomas Hill is saying it's odd because Redfin had it at 85 in the Jackson, Tennessee property.
Jackson.
That I'm just letting you know where buyers are buying at, man. If you're buying it for yourself, cool. Pay the 42. But I'm just saying, if you're trying to wholesale it, you need to be at a certain point to where you can wholesale it.
You got to make it attractive.
So it's going to be a challenge to wholesale that over 40,000, man. That's all I'm saying.
And Top Terra Tales says it just blows his mind that people don't know how to comp.
You know what? It's a lot of it's subjective, though. In reality, you get what I'm saying? Well, I say that. Let me back up. It's still subjective to a degree, because I think people think it has to be an exact number. If you send three appraisers out to the same property, they come back to three different numbers, but they should be close to each other, right? And so it's no exact numbers. It's ballparking. It's ballparking.
And Delina
That's the whole purpose of the KISS method. That takes and that's what she's doing with us. So what's her name? What was it?
Delina.
Yeah, you definitely need to text the word KISS to 205-964-5243. That'll simplify that for you.
And she says in Columbus.
She said what now? Yeah.
She's in Columbus.
PC, baby.
We just got to make sure we get in touch with these sellers.
Yeah, don't even worry about comping until you get in sellers, because you don't have to make a decision on the phone right then.
Right.
You always follow back up with them. Right.
You're saying to answer Soul Soldier the same to use the same process that you did.
Oh my God, yeah. Even better with land. Even better. People are more open to do it with land because it's never made them any money. It only costs them money. Because a lot of times they'll look at it, not just me. They'll look at it as that, that'll cover at least my taxes this year.
For sure.
With a profit.
Probably
I get a lot of sellers that call and be like, hey, you text me about my property. I'm like, I don't even know you. What property? Okay. What's your offer? I don't even know, sir. I don't ever look at a house until I talk to a seller. Okay. What's your offer? I'm like, hey man, let me do some research and call you back. That's it. That is it.
If you text them before, it doesn't show. It don't refer you back to the original text to show. Okay.
Yeah, no. I could pull all of that up, but a lot of times, if I'm away, I got to go through the phone, and then I got my daughter.
Oh, you said just a random text.
Yeah. Okay. So as soon as I get on the phone, my daughter be like, "Give me your phone, give me your phone." I'm like, "Yo,
play them games. Come on now."
Oh man, it'll be so wild.
Look, hopefully you got it locked off, but she gonna use your credit card. Okay.
I mean, she do the face thing and it recognize her face.
Oh, okay.
Because we got similar facial features.
Oh wow.
So the phone will unlock for her. It's crazy, right?
Well, that's the end. Well, a couple of people on TikTok want to give a shout out to you because they're saying Larry, the realtor ATL, said he got started 7 years ago listening to your content, and then it was somebody else that was giving you a shout out. That was
what up, Larry, the realtor. What's happening, man? Thanks for joining us, man. I hope the content has been financially beneficial to you over the years to at least get you going in the right direction. It's all you though, just a tool. Content is a tool. It's all you. That's not me blowing smoke.
And Bitcoin BMW. Welcome to the lives. My first time seeing you here. I'm looking for a lake property. Where should I look for a good deal in Austin, Texas? With the lake.
Yeah, you got to identify the lakes first.
Are you trying to buy for yourself, or are you trying to do something else with it? So yeah. But Flip, I'm fixing to pass out, bro.
We out, man. We out. I tried to leave early. You said, no, I'm good. I'm good. You done changed on us just like that.
Be something else a little bit tougher.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. We get more out you, baby. All right, guys. We've been rolling a good 2 hours and 20 minutes today. Oh my God. Is this the record?
It is. I think it is.
Okay, so appreciate everyone. Hope we start to add more people on here, man. So appreciate everyone that joined us this afternoon. Think we got some good stuff in to definitely use later on, possibly. Appreciate Chevy and Tori making this thing go as smooth as a baby's you know what. And so, hey guys, offers are free, and offers. What the other thing is? What's half a zero? But we ain't gonna go. We're just gonna go right out.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without